All right, guys, if you are having a burbling sound coming from your AC unit, from your '06 Honda Pilot, there is a spot behind the glove compartment. You can see I removed the glove compartment. You got to remove a couple of kick panels here at the bottom to get at this thing right up here. There's three 7mm screws that hold it in. You got to unplug this. This drops out, and there's some gears in there that need to be lubricated, and then that burbling sound goes away. So I'm going to take it out and just lower it down, and then I'll show you on the bench what it looks like. And it's just a matter of getting some grease in there to grease it up. Once you get it greased, that burbling sound goes away. It's something to do with the mixture of the hot and cold air of your AC system. So I'm going to go ahead and get that out, and I'll show you guys on the bench. Okay, that's what the blender looks like. Once you drop it out, you disconnect the wire and harness. The three screws come out. This drops down. Inside here is a bunch of gears, and last time I took it apart, I just greased it. You can see the glue on the side where it kind of glued it back together to keep it staying together. So I got to get that glue off, pry this open, and there's just, like I said, there's just some simple gears in there, and they need to be oiled, and then that sound kind of goes away. So I'll take it apart and I'll take some more pictures. Stay tuned. Okay, we got it apart. You can see there's some previous grease in there from when I greased it before. I'm going to add some more silicone-based grease. Just put this top back on and then glue the edges so it stays shut, and that should clear up the burbling sound. But there's a lot of clips on here that hold it into place. Most of them had broken off when I took it apart the first time. It can't be helped. But that's where the gluing comes in. I just use a plumber's goop to glue it together. It's fairly easy to come apart when you cut through the glue. And it's just a matter of getting some silicone grease on these gears, and it should clear up that burbling sound. All right, I got some pure 100% silicone grease down into some of the sprocket areas. I push it in with the screwdriver. Got way underneath inside here, there's a little sprocket. I don't know if you could see it. It's back down in here somewhere. Got some grease mixed in with the other grease I've had on there. Grease this little sprocket here. So with this amount of grease, it should clear up that burbling sound you get when you run the AC unit. So I'm going to seal it back up, and going to this basically just goes on top. I'm going to glue it back on to the sides so it stays in place. Screw it back in place. The little lever here goes into, you see there's a flap underneath the dash that goes into, and that basically controls that inner flap to blend the temperature between hot and cold. Very easy to put in, it's kind of self-explanatory. Those panels are pretty easy to take off. The glove box, you just take off two bolts that are underneath and hold the hinges onto the frame of the dash. Very simple to take apart. So I'm going to get this thing back together, glue it, and then we're going to go and test the car, see how it works. Okay, as you can see, we glued the air blender mechanism together with some plumber's goop. Going to take the clamps off and reinstall it in the car and test to see if that gurgling sound goes away. Okay guys, I got the part back in, and there's two metal levers you got to make sure you get in the right flaps for underneath the dash. It's really hard to show with the camera. I can't get under there, but if you could see in the mirror, you could see one lever is kind of popped in there, and it's got a little thing that keeps it in place. I don't know if you could see it. Let me try to enlarge it. You could just barely see it on the in the mirror there. There you go, that's a good shot. So one lever goes in here, and then the other lever that sticks out goes in the flapper here. You can see it kind of slides into place there. I put a little bit of grease in there, and you got to get all that in. I put this in first and then attached all the small nuts first. I'm sorry, small bolts first. Then I mounted this lever and got the snap over it. So you might want to look at it with the mirror before you take it apart. And that's probably the most difficult part. I mean, if you take out the seat, you'll have even more room to work. But I always managed to do it just by feel, and you could kind of see it straight through here. Like I said, it's hard to get the camera angle. You could see the lever there, and also in the mirror, the way it's mounted with that clip. So just look at it before you take it off. It's not a big deal. It's pretty simple to take apart. And then we're just going to put the glove compartment back on, and then a little kick panel here. A little kick panel here. It's pretty simple. There's a bolt that gets bolted the underside, actually right here and right here. You can see it there. And the only way to get access to this bolt is by taking the kick panel off, because it goes in from the back there. So there, he's going to get the glove and the glove compartment and the kick panels back on and give it a test. Alright guys, I got the blender working great. My thermometer, I got it between 35 and 61 when I blended the air. So I got the blender working perfect. No rattle, no gurgling sound coming from the AC. It seems to be working just really good. Try a little lower light. Anyways, that grease really does the trick. So it really solves that problem of the gurgling sound coming from your AC. Totally eliminated it, and we got everything back together the way it should be. It's all good. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe. Thank you.